Welcome. And today's topic is horizontal pod autoscaler. So we have seen that horizontal pod autoscaler, vertical pod autoscaler, and cluster autoscaler. There are two type of scaling. It's like a workload scaling and the underlying resource scaling. So if we want to underline resources, then we have to add node or remove node or increase the capacity of the node. But nowadays all are the cloud, so we'll see a horizontal autoscaler, means cluster autoscaler we use in case of cluster autoscale. So whenever you see that here the cluster autoscaler means whenever you find just type k gate nodes, so you'll find that here is the one control plane node and another node one. Then you can add another node via kubectl join command and whatever the process is. So this is as a cluster auto scaling. But if control alt key run pod open image cluster auto scaling, and then when k describe node 01, you find that here is the memories. So if we increase the memories of CPU, so from here, so it's like a vertical cluster auto scaling, but we won't use that. And we have seen underline resource vertical auto scaling and horizontal auto scaling, and in workload, according to the workload, it's horizontal pod auto scaling. What it does mean, k run pod open image is equal to nginx. So pod is created. So if you want to, if the resource is not available, so we can increase the pod. We can manually create the pod, or with the deployment we can scale the deployment, so we can increase the pod, and that is known as the horizontal auto scaling. But who will observe the resources? So for auto scaling, metric server is required, and so it is a horizontal pod auto scaling. But when we create a pod, so when we increase the pod, this request, we can increase that request and limits. So it is known as the vertical pod auto scaling. So we can summarize as like many pods, big pods, and nodes addition. So first I'll refresh the environment. Okay, just instead of doing all this, I'll just refresh it so that I'll get a fresh environment. So first I'll go to the Kubernetes page, and there I'll find HPA. So here you will find two links. So walkthrough link is for the creation of horizontal pod auto scaling. You just control F-E-E-D feedback, and there just stop. This type of trick will always save your time, so just note it down. And this is very important auto scaling. So here you will find the YAML file of auto scaling. So I'll just copy this YAML file, I'll vi, and I'll paste it. Before creation, we need to install a metric server because it is not by default installed here. So here API version is auto scaling v2. Sometimes people used to write that single line, means imperative command for creation of this auto scaling, but that is not right, because sometimes version might mismatch and some properties are not working with the version v1. So I always say use a declarative way, and it's very easy. You can easily copy paste. So here you will find that the metadata is the PHP Apache. Here it is very important. Scale target reference. So here you need to specify that what kind of deployment, stateful set, or whatever you want to target. And here your minimum replicas and maximum replicas. So whenever you write here minimum replicas is 1. So if there are more replicas, then it will wait for that period and reduce the replicas. And I'll just explain with the, and this is the matrix. So matrix here is a CPU and utilization, and average utilization is a 50%. So I'll save this. I'll install a matrix server. So here is the link. I'll paste this link in the URL page, but if you want to find, then you just get it from here. So check if the matrix service is installed or not. So matrix service is not installed. So just install a matrix server. So we are using that killer coda. So we need to enable insecure TLS talk to kubelets. So here in this blog you will find command like this, but it won't work. So you need to just adjust this command. I'll just now wait for a few seconds and then just check if the rollout is successfully rolled out. So you can just type top commands kubectl top and you will see here things that memory and CPU utilization. Sorry, I'm not feeling well, so you won't find my voice a little bit crispy, but I'll try to make it clear. So I'll press Ctrl L. Now the matrix service is installed. Now I'll just first create a deployment. Here is a deployment and PHP. So I need a deployment file of that. So here is the, so here I'll find the deployment. I'll create a deployment file first. vi.yaml. This won't require, but I'll delete this wq. So kget deployment, chart. So one is ready. Now I'll create a auto scale. vi8 auto.yaml. vi8 auto.yaml. ATU. So here scale we are targeting that deployment. So if I find that describe deployment, so this is the PHP name of this deployment, and replica is one is desired, one is updated, one is available. Okay, so here deployment is name is PHP. Now minimum replicas is 1 and maximum replicas is 10. So instead of I'll make these replicas to minimum replicas to 2. So you'll find that automatically things will get changed. So apps get pods. So here you will find one pod. Now I'll apply that. So auto scaling is created and you will see. So here you see that 2 pods are created. Here replicas is 2. But here we have created auto scaling. There is the properties known as scale down or scale up. When let's say we increase the load.